interview, we're walking a question and perspective. And the question is, and I quote, "Why am I here on earth? What is the cause or karma? The cause or karma of my previous lives and this life to bring me here on earth? Why did I have that previous demon possession experience? What caused it? I had always believed that it was caused by demons, but demons have been removed, haven't they? But occasionally I still have illusory auditory perception of strange sounds. Why is that?" Alright, unquote. The unquote became before the alright. Specific. So let's have a look at the first section of this question first. Why am I here on earth? What is the cause or karma? The cause or karma of my previous life and this life to bring me here on earth, unquote. Alright, so being here on earth has got nothing to do with karma in the sense of the spiritualized definition thereof. We are not on this earth to learn lessons, to pay for previous lives' karma, to accumulate karmic points or be deduced from karmic points, and you know, the whole spiritualized karmical sense of making this apparent life on earth so important, when, I mean, the simple question we have to ask ourselves is, if karma were really in fact real and everyone was really apparently learning some lessons throughout their lives, with the amount of human beings that's being born into this world every single minute and growing up throughout their lives, throughout the time of human civilization, there should have been some kind of an inkling of real evolution of humanity, coexisting, procreating, changing the relationship to the physical existence, to each other, to ourselves. Is any of that in any way manifesting? Nope. Because where are most human beings being born into within this physical existence? The impoverished, starving, famine, war-torn countries within this world. So, unless there was some agreement made between the world system of money and karma, in terms of human beings being born into this world after learning some really valuable lessons in their lives, and the world system like was supposed to provide them with a life where they can grow up, you know, and live and become prophets or some teachers that share their absolute life lessons to all of humanity, that will help all of humanity become better and greater and things like that, then the world system of money had not kept its deal or its end of the agreement, because it seems like most human beings that's really supposed to have come and teach humanity life lessons is being born into impoverished, starving, famine, war-torn countries. And maybe that's why we don't have all the prophets and teachers and these magnificent, enlightened human beings coming and bringing forth solutions on this earth. The point I'm making here is the following. That karma in its value does not in any way exist within the spiritualized sense, because, I mean, humanity has gone nowhere. We've only become worse, with more than half the world starving. I mean, how much more obvious must it become on this earth that spirituality and religion and the mind, the now, the secret, light, love, the gods, the goddesses, everything that's basically been within this world has not made one iota of a difference to what's happening to this existence, because everything was based in energy, everything was based in the mind. And human beings have not seen, realized, and understood that the only way that we're going to change this physical existence is through taking responsibility for our own minds within ourselves, for ourselves, and standing in responsibility for everything and everyone else in equality and oneness. So, in terms of why we're here on Earth, is simply consequence. It's nothing to do with any lessons or karma or anything like that. It's simply consequence. I mean, we have throughout time, from the beginning of our existence, the moment we emerged as energy, we damned ourselves eternally. Because we became energy in complete unawareness. And from that moment that energy existed, we've given energy absolute authority and power over us throughout time, throughout existence. I mean, I strongly suggest reading the Heaven's Journey to Life blogs. There, the whole history, from the starting point of our existence, is being walked in absolute detail. And then within that, one can invest within the Atlantean interview series on Equaf. Within that, they're walking the process from the beginning in terms of how we as beings in existence from the beginning essentially created and manifested the mind, the physical body, the physical existence. So within that, understand why we are here is a story that in fact starts from the very beginning of our existence as energy itself. So I'm not going to walk it in detail here. It's being walked in detail in the blogs and the interviews that I had just suggested to read through and invest in. But essentially, in a nutshell, what the process walked is how we because we emerged as energy in complete unawareness and allowed energy to create everything in existence for us, we are now within a physical existence with a mind consciousness system and a physical body that we have no idea how everything really, in fact, in detail, operate, function, and exist. I mean, scientists can still not yet explain the detail of the functionings of the brain. How much of the human physical body and this physical existence is still to this day being discovered. I mean, that is because we did not, in awareness, create what is here. Everything happened unconsciously through ourselves as energy. So within that, thus, regarding the process, why you're here to get to know yourself as your mind, as your physical body, as this physical existence. You've got this one life, this one opportunity in terms of getting to know how on earth, how in existence, did we in fact create ourselves as the mind, the physical body, and existence as a whole. So that we can find out why and how it is that human nature exists the way it does. Why it is that the world system of money exists the way it does. Why it is that we are who we are and what and how we live. I mean, all of those whys, all those answers exists within you. It is here as you. It's because the answer is you. The answer is not out there. The answer is here as self. So if you understand how your mind in fact work, operate, and function, you will start seeing how this world system really in fact functions. The world system of money, it's in relationship to this physical existence. You'll start understanding how relationships exist, energy exists. I mean, everything will open up because you are existing as it in fact. So the two dimensions of why we're here on earth, consequence, and within that also opportunity, meaning where we can change consequence from just continuing creating consequence and accepting and allowing everything to continue existing as is, or one can assist and support oneself within one's process in terms of utilizing this one life, this one opportunity to finally take directive principle of oneself within one's living and within this existence as a whole. I mean, we've got this massive physical existence here, but we're just busy fucking it up because of the mind. And if we just change ourselves within ourselves to coexist, co-create, help ourselves, help each other, I mean, why go through a period of fucking up this entire physical existence with wars and, I mean, God knows what we'll do to ourselves and each other, when it has taken how many lifetimes throughout time within existence to create and manifest what is here. I mean, this is what is magnificent, this very physical existence, the very physical human body. I mean, imagine what it is that we do not really in fact understand because we're missing it within our separation from it in our minds, in this limited, fucked up space in our brains. So assist and support yourself to gift yourself life, which is the process of assisting and supporting you to stop the mind, stop energy, and live with what is life as an example of life, as your human physical body and this physical existence as a whole. So this is why you're here on Earth. Essentially, you make that decision yourself within who you are. Are you here on this earth to simply have the mind control, direct, influence, essentially fuck you up internally, take over, possess? I mean, what was then your worth, your value, your contribution to yourself and to this life and to all within this existence, when you have every single moment of birth to decide who you are and to live that decision? So I'd commit myself to, I am here, I am breathing, I have this opportunity, and align myself and my living to get to know my mind, my physical body, and this physical existence, to stand as a living example of the potential that exists within us human beings if we would but just stop the mind as energy. Alright, now in terms of demons and demon possessions, yes, a long time ago, demons really did in fact exist, and they did possess human beings on Earth. But understand, even then, when demons existed that possessed human beings externally, that or such possessions again could only exist if the demons had the resources within the human being's mind to be able to possess them. Thus, demon possession was not something that was just the demon's responsibility. It was equally as one the human being's responsibility. I strongly suggest having a listen to and investing within the Journeys into the Afterlife series available on Equaf, as within that the entire relationship of demons to human beings are also being walked in detail. And just to give you an understanding of how they operated and functioned, they needed energy to be able to exist. And so they would essentially only possess human beings with an exceptional amount of energy, especially fear, anger, hatred, revenge, things like that. Thus, I mean, if the human being themselves did not consist of and exist as those energies, demons would not be able to possess. Therefore, it is both the human beings and the demons' responsibility within that context, and the demons have walked their process within existence in their self-forgiveness. And now it's human beings' processes in taking responsibility for themselves. Therefore, demons no longer exist. Any manifestations of possessions, which essentially understand, it's not that the demons necessarily possessed the human being, in that whatever the demon did wasn't something that the demon brought through. Whatever the demon possessed was already existent in that human being as the mind. Thus, the human being was essentially simply being possessed by their own mind through a demon simply accentuating what was already existing in the human being's mind. And the demon would simply then take the energy that the mind and human being and the physical would experience as the demon accentuate the mind demons, if you will, of the human being that they created themselves. So, I mean, many human beings utilize I'm possessed, or I've been possessed, or demons are possessing me, and things like that, within an interesting starting point of simply not wanting to take responsibility for one's own mind. I mean, it's very easy to blame and say everything that's happening in your mind is because of a demon. I mean, really, very easy. You can just say it. You can even make yourself believe it, and thoughts coming up in your mind saying, it's a demon, it's a demon, it's a demon. But your mind's telling you that it's a demon. And you're convincing you in your own mind that it's a demon. So who's creating the demon? You within yourself in your own mind. Thus, understand any experiences of apparent demonic possession within you is your own mind. It's not actual real demons. And your mind is essentially saying to you it's demons so that you don't take responsibility for your own mind consciousness system. Because if you keep blaming demons, what are you going to keep doing in that blame? Blame is attention. Blame is participation. Blame is energy. And your mind is just going to sit back and enjoy the ride. So assist and support oneself to not use demon possession or possession as an excuse to not take responsibility for self within one's own mind consciousness system. You're only making your own process more difficult, more longer, more harder. We have to realize that we've been our own demons within ourselves all along. The externalized manifestations of demons in the heaven existence was simply a mirror of what we're in fact and always have been existing as within ourselves, within our own minds. So here again, your process is equal and one and exactly the same. Whenever that thought comes up, oh my God, I'm possessed, or it's demon, or whatever, stop the thought. Have a look at what are the internal conversations that's coming up. What are the reactions? What's the energies? Do your writing. Do your self-forgiveness. Take responsibility for what's going on inside you. And if you're having trouble or problems, the Destiny forums are available. If this experience doesn't want to go away, so we can help you see it, lay it out, see what it is that you're not wanting to take responsibility for, but blaming on an apparent possession. And having the illusory auditory perceptions of strange nonverbal sounds, we suggest having a listen to the previous interview. We'll link it within this interview regarding what we've walked on hallucinations. And also, I mean, to understand that there are some things that are in physical reality that you might hear, but your mind may make something big out of it, like, you know, it's not really there, or you're hearing something supernatural or something like that. When your senses are really heightened, when you're in fear, it's like you hear everything all the time at the same time. Again, here, breathe, be physical, and, you know, if those sounds come with fears or reactions, assist and support yourself with writing, self-forgiveness. Again, if that process does not assist and support, we're on the forums. Ask and you shall receive. Alright, and that's it for this interview. Thank you very much.